We're now gonna meet our top 10 placements in our teen solo division. So dancers, I'm gonna announce your first name, the title of your teen, and your studio. If you hear that, come on down, you're in our top 10. So we're gonna start. Teen solos, 10th place high point. Come on down, our first dancer in 10th. Give it up for Bosco dancing to Narco from Center Stage Performing Arts Studios, taking 10th. 10th place high point also goes to Sophia dancing to Last Words from Performers Edge Dance Company. Also give it up in 10th place, that's gonna go to Ileana dancing to Last Night from Miss Kristen's Dance Studio. 10th place also goes to Marcelina dancing to Gun from Powerdance Company. And rounding out 10th place high point, put your hands together for Aubrey dancing to Conflict from Angie Han's Academy of Dance. Those are your teen soloists in 10th. Moving on to 9th, come on down, our first dancer in 9th is gonna be Madeline dancing to I Will Always Love You from Haja Dance Company. 9th will also go to Tenley dancing to Girl with One Eye from Viva Dance Company. 9th place high point also goes to Ashley dancing to Do You Feel Real from On Your Toes Dance Studio. And rounding out 9th place high point, give it up for Caroline dancing to Aquabate from CJCA Dance Academy. Those are your dancers in 9th. All right, 8th place high point, our first dancer in 8th, give it up for Emily dancing to We the Drown from Viva Dance Company. 8th also goes to Maja dancing to Vane from Imprint Dance Company. Also 8th place high point going to Lindsay dancing to River of Tears from Miss Kristen's Dance Studio. 8th will also go to Michaela dancing to Museum from the Dance Factory. Also give it up for Emmy dancing to Me and the Devil from Haja Dance Company, taking 8th. 8th will also go to Kylie dancing to Falling from Studio G Performing Arts Center. And rounding out 8th place high point, that's gonna go to Calissa, dancing to Air Mail Special from Noretta Dunmore School of Dance. Those are your dancers in 8th. All right, 7th place high point, we have 2 dancers in 7th, and our first dancer in 7th is Alyssa, dancing to Spectrum from Power Dance Company. 7th will also go to Ava, dancing to And I'm Yours from Imprint Dance Company. Those are your 2 teens in 7th. 2 dancers in 6th place high point. Our first dancer in 6th is Maya dancing to For All We Know from Haja Dance Company. And 6th place high point also goes to Tegan dancing to Dirty Diana from Imprint Dance Company. Moving on to 5th place high point with 2 dancers in 5th. Our first dancer in 5th is Aaliyah dancing to This Right Here from Haja Dance Company. 5th place high point also goes to Olivia dancing to For Family from Studio G Performing Arts Center. Those are your dancers in 5th. All right, 4th place high point, come on down. Our first dancer in 4th is gonna be Brooke dancing to Icon from Power Dance Company. 4th also goes to Kristen dancing to Feel from Power Dance Company. 4th will also go to Ava dancing to Corpse from Viva Dance Company. Also give it up for Mara dancing to Complex from Center Stage Dance Studio, taking 4th. And rounding out 4th place high point, that's gonna go to Colette dancing to Blank Paige from Center Stage Dance Studio. Those are your dancers in 4th. All right, moving on to our top 3 placements. Come on down to the front row. 3rd place high point, the award for 3rd is gonna go to 8 dancers. Strap in everybody, and here we go. Ties for 3rd. 3rd place high point, the award will first go to Savannah dancing to The Hysteria of My Demise from Artflux Dance Lab. 3rd place high point also goes to Sam dancing to Sinking Feeling from Center Stage Dance Studio. Also taking 3rd is gonna be May dancing to Prelude to a Soul from Pinnell Dance Center. 3rd place high point also goes to Raegan dancing to Nothing Compares to You from Spotlight Dance Works. The award for 3rd also goes to Lacie dancing to Makeba from Juliana's Academy of Dance. 3rd also goes to Aniah dancing to Cold Hearted from Power Dance Company. 3rd place high point award also goes to Madden dancing to Chop You Down from Artflux Dance Lab. And rounding out third place high point, put your hands together. That's going to go to Paige, dancing to Carnival of the Animals from Haja Dance Company, taking third. Congratulations to our dancers in third place high point. Moving on to second. All right, second place high point. We have 3 dancers in second, and here we go. Our first dancer taking the award for second is Raeka, dancing to Red Bird from Spotlight Dance Works. Also, second place high point award going to Alexcia, dancing to Derecho from Jazz Dance and More. And rounding out second place high point, that goes to Sean, dancing to 50 Ways from Center Stage Dance Studio. Those are your 3 dancers in second place high point, which means your highest scoring dancer in first and standing alone in first in our teen solo division. Give it up for Riley, dancing to No Choir, representing Westlake Dance Center. Riley is taking first place high point in our there she is, in our teen solo division. Congratulations, Riley, great job. All right, give it up everybody for all of our teens and our top 10 dancers. We're gonna scooch really close together at center and take a quick photo. Good job, guys. How are we looking, Maddie? All right, we'll count you from 3 dancers. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we got it. There they are, our top 10 teen soloists here in Detroit at Nuvo. Congratulations, dancers. All right, finishing up our teen division with the highest scoring teen duo trios. Top 3 placements. Dancers, if you hear your placement, you can grab your award and have a seat. Here we go. Top 3, teen duo trios. We have a tie for third. Third place high point will first go to Slide from Haja Dance Company, taking third place high point, teen duo trio. Third place high point, teen duo trio also goes to Breathe Again from Haja Dance Company. Those are your 2 routines in third place high point. Moving on to second place high point, we have 2 routines in second. Second place high point goes to My Eyes from Center Stage Dance Studio. Second place high point teen duo trio also goes to Easier to Tease from Artflux Dance Lab. Those are your dancers in second place high point, and this takes us to first place high point, and we do have a tie for first with 4 routines. Our first routine in first, give it up for Without Fear from Center Stage Dance Studio, taking first place high point, teen duo trio. First place high point also goes to Our Story from Haja Dance Company. First place high point also goes to Knock 'Em Down from Center Stage Dance Studio. And rounding out first place high point in our teen duo trio division, give it up for Elena's Theme from Jazz, Dance, and More. Those are your top 3 scoring teen duo trios. Hey everybody, that's a wrap for our teens today. Have a great night. We'll be back in 10 with our senior division. Thank you so much, everybody. See you soon.